Oh, hi guys. Oh, you guys want to show me love? Show me love. Show me love. I love you. Okay, get down. It's time to get down. Come on, we gotta shoot a video. Hey everybody, it's your girl Cat Shay with Shay with the Hobbies coming at you with another video. Today's video is episode 2 of The Business of Books, a collaboration with the nerdy nanny Eve Daniels. So for this video, the title is Getting Started as a Writer. Now, if you're watching this video, you more than likely have the first thing that you need, which is going to be an interest in writing. So with having that, the next 2 things that I think that you should have when you're getting started as a writer are goals and a writing habit. Now, the reason that I think these things are very, very important are because you need to have a starting point to get to the end point. You're starting as someone who loves to write or wants to write and has an idea for a short story, a novel, a novelette, a novella, whatever. You have an idea for that and you want to get from this idea to this completed product. And so the first thing I think you need to have is goals. So the reason that goals are important is they help you to set a framework for how you're going to get from the point A to the point Z, the end point that you're wanting to get to. So for me, I try to remember what I learned in business school about making goals, and that is to make SMART goals. They are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. So the reason that these are important are because a lot of times we make a vague set of goals, goals of I want to complete a book. Yeah, that's the end goal, right? But there's a lot of things that you have to do in between there to get to that goal. To help illustrate this point, I'm going to talk about one of my September goals. One of my September goals was to write an average of 1,000 words per day with a grand total of at least 35,000 words for the month. So, the specifics of this are an average of 1,000 per day and 35,000 for the month. So those are the specific. So the measurable is that at the end of the month, we will be able to see, hey, did she at least write 30,000 words? That would be an average of 1,000 a day. Did she get over 35,000? That'll be the number, right? So there are ways for me to make sure that I do this. Now, the attainable and realistic come under the guise of what have I done previously. Well, I know that there are months that I have wrote over 50,000 words. There are months that I wrote 40,000 words. And I know that last month I averaged over 1,000 words per day specifically and ended with a total of 34,738 words. So I know that I am capable of doing this. And I know that to rebuild the habit that I want to build that I lost over the summertime of getting my word count to a certain number of words, I need to implement this goal. Time bound, right? So that's the last letter, the T of the SMART. And for time bound, I put it in the parameters of the month of September. Time bound shows that I am putting it within a specific limit of time when I have to get this done. A lot of times when people do that, I want to write a book, but when though? When are you trying to make that happen, right? So the second thing that I think is very important and that you need when you're getting started as a writer is a writing habit. And a lot of that comes with creating a writing routine. The reason that writing habits are really important is because we are habitual creatures as humans. If you think about the first time you learned to do a lot of things, it was because that you had to do it in a routine and a habit. So I know something really simple as potty training, right? Like when I was a kid, it was like the first thing you did is you wake up, go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, wash your face. It's just the first thing that you do. It's ingrained in my head to do that all the time. So some people start out by just getting themselves into the habit of writing daily. And they start with something called morning pages, where you just wake up and kind of brain dump and write something out. And that is something that I do whenever I start writing. Whenever I sit down to write, the first thing I do is brain dump to get everything that is in my head out and onto the paper. So the morning pages is a good way to start. Another thing is some people do use the writing sprints that are hosted on YouTube to get them into the habit of writing every day. So there might be certain YouTubers that stream on certain days, and you can kind of schedule your day out like, hey, these are the people that I'm going to watch these days, so that I guarantee to get those out. So for me, I took that same type of thought process towards what I wanted to do with my writing. So I always start with the brain dump to get all the thoughts out that I have, to clear my mind so that I can focus on my stories. And then I shift to my blogs, or the writing that is not fictional that I need to do, whether it's like poetry or it's like a personal essay. I kind of shift to that just because that takes a different mindset than my morning pages does, and also than my fiction does. And then I get into my fiction and I rotate between stories as I see fit and what works best. But I try to stick to this routine every time I sit down for my writing habit. The number one thing you have to remember about a writing habit and a writing routine is you have to show up. You have to be there. You have to sit down, butt in chair, and write. Like whether it's by hand, typewriter, computer, whatever, you have to make the time to sit there and do that. Now, as far as a writing habit, although I choose to write every single day, and that is something that I push myself to do as much as possible, it is not a requirement or something that I encourage everyone to do. I think there should always be a balance in what you do. And I know that for a lot of people, writing started as a hobby and an outlet. And I don't want to be one of those people to encourage you to do something that might change that for you. For me, writing is still a hobby and an outlet, even with pushing myself to write at least 1,000 words every single day. Now, I don't do that. Let's be clear, there are some goals you don't reach. That's why for my goal, it was an average of 1,000 words. Because if you watch any of my other videos, you know I've had quite a few 0 days this month. I am glad to say that I am now not only on track, but ahead for the month. Yay! This is by no means an exhaustive list of the things that you need to know as far as you're getting started as a writer, but this is to help you and to give you some things to think about before the live stream that happens this coming Sunday, September 20th. September 20th. I'll have the link to that live stream down in the description box below, as well as Eve's portion of episode 2. I do thank you so very much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that I've at least helped you to think about your goals and your writing habit just a little bit more than you previously did. I would encourage you, as you are getting to start this writing journey, or as you're already on this writing journey and looking for ways to better help yourself, think about the way that you process your goals in accordance to your manuscript. Think about the things that you are doing when you sit down and write. Are you using your writing time to the best of your abilities? How could you change that to leverage your time to best suit you as the writer looking to become the author? I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you have a great, fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!